Oh, wow, that's a big crowd. Thank you all for coming here. And special thanks to art by Crypto Oasis for allowing me to present Davitar, my NFT collection. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, not another NFT collection? Really? Oh my God. But my NFT collection is special. And I want to tell you, and to understand why my NFT collection is special, you have to know a little bit about me. Now, you know that I'm famous for actually telling everybody to buy Bitcoin at $1. But I am more than that. I'm a software developer, and I became a YouTuber way back in 2008. In 2008, I actually learned that our financial system is a big fraud. It transfers wealth from the poor and the middle class to the rich through inflation. When people print money, and anyone actually can print money, you just go to the bank and borrow it. When you borrow that money, it gets printed out of thin air. And this is a big fraud. This is a huge fraud because you become a slave to the banking system. And when I went to people to tell people, hey, did you know this is a scam? Everybody thought I was crazy. My family thought I was crazy. My parents thought I was crazy. They said, why would the government allow that? That's crazy. That's a dumb idea. Yeah, but that's the system. Our system is a big scam. And in the books I read, they told me, the bankers, they knew that anybody who figured it out, they would either be considered crazy or they would join them. I decided not to join them. I decided to do a YouTube channel to tell people what was going on. And so I knew that I wasn't going to affect a lot of people. I thought, if I help just one person, that's all that mattered. Now, when I first heard about Bitcoin was back in 2011. Now, as a software developer, when I saw it, I was like, scam. You can't solve the double spend problem. That's a software engineer's impossible feat. That's not possible. I know because I tried. And so I told my subscriber who told me to check out Bitcoin, you know what? I'm gonna check out the source code. I'm gonna show you how this is a scam. So I read the source code, and I was like, oh damn, this is not a scam. This is actually gonna work. And so immediately I did a YouTube video. I said, every once in a while, something comes along that makes poor people rich because they bought it really, really cheap. This is one of them. And I thought I was going to be the hero of my channel because I found something unique that was going to be millions of dollars in the future. And yeah, they thumbed down my video. It had 751 dislikes. And YouTube decided to take that down. They all thought I was scamming. They said, how dare you, Davinci, scam us? Like, what the hell with this Bitcoin? This is nonsense. And I was so adamant. I did a video, actually. If you check out my channel, at DavinjiJ15, if you check out my channel, there is a playlist with one of those videos. I said, listen, I'm so sure about this that I will insure anyone's money up to $1,000 that if this goes to zero, I'll pay you back. And only 5 people took me up on that offer. And of those 5, 2 of them gifted me 100 Bitcoins as a gift because I got them into Bitcoin really, really early. And that's basically my story, right? And I started to get famous only when this video went viral. Okay, so next slide. So why do I create this collection? Why do I have this collection? Well, I want to give back to my community. I want to have my diehard fans get something special for me, especially the ones who have been around for a long time. Because actually, I've met some of the ones that have actually been watching since 2008. And the profits that generated from this, I'm going to actually go on to educating the public about our financial system and about central banking so that it never, ever comes back to humanity, just like slavery will never come back. I want to make sure that anyone that comes to the government and says, hey, I got an idea. We'll create a central bank. They'd be like, yeah, okay. Nobody's going to accept that. That's slavery. That's enslaving the whole population. Why would anybody want that? I want it to be exactly like that. That is my goal in life, is to make sure that every single person on this planet ensures that a central banking never, ever fucking comes back. Because it's a crime. It is a crime against humanity. It effectively steals your wealth without you knowing. In fact, everybody here is probably 10 times poorer than they should be because of central banking. And so, also I want to give some of my core fans a chance to speak with me, a chance to ask me questions, right? Finally, this NFT collection is fun, right? Having an NFT collection is also fun. We're going to have cool artwork, right? And everybody loves cool artwork. Next slide. Okay. My Davitar collection will only have 915 NFTs available to buy. Why 915? Well, before I answer that question, the question you need to ask is, well, why is my username DavinjiJ15? Why DavinjiJ15? Well, I never planned to be famous, actually. And I wanted a username that nobody would actually steal, right? And so I came up with, I thought DavinjiJ would not work because actually people would take DavinjiJ for some reason, I don't know how. And so I came up with DavinjiJ because 15 is my birthday. In fact, September 15th is my birthday of this month. So, thank you very much, right? So all of my NFTs will be crypto related, right? And related to also me and everything that I talk about, such as the little old lady strategy, right? The little old lady's not up here, but it's the next slide. And also there's going to be 15 rare and unique NFTs that will have a long story about, basically about stuff that I talk about on my channel. All right, next slide. Although there will be many cool visual features such as background, right, clothing, and rarity, every Davitar will have non-visual properties. Lots of non-visual properties, which you'll see on OpenSea, such as staking level, because you'll be staking something. You don't know what, but eventually we're going to decide on what's going to be staking. And so you're going to have to check out your non-visual properties and see what else you're going to get, because you never know. Your unrare NFT might have some special property that people will be interested in, such as Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunk. What does that mean? That you're going to get a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT or a CryptoPunk? We'll define that later, and you'll see. So you never know, right? You could have like a non-rare NFT, but that one property will increase the value of that NFT. Other properties that will be defined until later, such as, we already mentioned that. Okay, next slide. So what kind of benefits will holders of Davitar receive? Such as exclusive features to exclusive benefits, exclusive access to our projects. Any projects that we do in the future, we're going to actually give you access, special access to them, right? Because there's only 915, so we'll give only 915 people access to those. Possible discounts to events and possible access to private parties. Wouldn't you guys want to come on a yacht with me, right? Here in Dubai, and with Chris, Carl, right, and all the crypto people? I'm sure you would like that. Well, you might be able to get access to those parties as well. Access to our services, such as my private Telegram group. Finally, the whole thing is going to be a lottery system for minting prizes. Some of them, right? Okay, one of the grand prize that we're going to be giving away is my personal phone number. Now, I generally don't give my phone number to nobody. You don't have, you have my WhatsApp number, not my phone number. You can only WhatsApp me on that. So the one grand prize is my personal phone number and dinner with me, dinner or lunch with me, and possibly with my friends. So, and that NFT can be resold to somebody else so that they could get dinner and my phone number, but there will be restrictions. Also, other NFTs will have access to me through a Zoom call, a short Zoom call. They'll be able to call me. 25 of the NFTs will give people access to a Zoom call with me. Because a lot of people want my time, and I just can't give it to everybody. And finally, 100 NFTs will gain an airdrop of 0.5 DJ15 tokens, which are currently worth $60, $50 to $60 right now. And there's going to be so much more. All right, next slide. September 15th is not only a public mint, but also my birthday. So make sure, right, you mint your NFTs on that day, right? That'd be a great birthday gift, of course. But there's going to be a whitelist access on the September 14th and VIP access to minting on the 13th. So if you are here today, you will have access to that VIP minting on the 13th. Finally, additional pricing, additional information will be available on my Instagram at DavinjiJ15, right? Such as pricing and so forth. And minting instructions will be available on Davitar.com. Okay, so before we get to questions, at the final slide. The final slide, yeah? Oops. No, not going? Right, there's supposed to be a QR code on the final slide, but it's not there. All right, well, there's a QR code, but anyways, because the QR code is not there, I'll tell you what the domain, where you're supposed to go is davitar.com/VIP. If you head over to that website, I don't know why it's not there, but if you head there, you will be able to access, there it is, you'll be able to access the early mint by putting in your email and your, your address, your Ethereum address in order to mint your Davitar. All right, so is there any questions for me? It doesn't have to be related to Davitar, it could be related to Bitcoin or anything. Questions, guys?
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Now, we just heard someone that took all of his knowledge and turned it into an NFT. And if I look around this room, I see many of you using NFTs in a special way. Now, conference season is upon us. The Future Blockchain Summit, the Meta Week, everything is happening. Pardon?
He has a question.
Yes.
Can I ask on stage if you don't mind? Okay. He asked a really good question, and I want to answer that question. He asked, what if every country has their own GovCoin? What would happen to Bitcoin then? Well, Bitcoin is 1,000 times superior than our current financial system. And of course, they're going to replicate our current financial system with GovCoin. And so people will just ignore GovCoin and use Bitcoin. And if you don't believe that, keep in mind that everywhere there is hyperinflation or the money is very poor and has less value, people use dollars. They use the money that's the strongest. In fact, in Argentina, people would prefer to own Bitcoin. In Venezuela, people would prefer to own Bitcoin than the local currency. So it won't matter, because eventually the US dollar will collapse because it is a financial system that's a fraud, and every fraud collapses eventually. Every time through history, every single time, without fail, this type of system, because we've tried this many, many times before, has failed and gone to zero.